Hi, my fellow YouTubians. I am very much excited and eagerly anticipating the release of Tron Legacy, which comes out in just a little more than 3 months' time. And I've been reading about the movie, and I recently rewatched the original Tron film from 1982. I've been watching the clips, of course, online, and I have a few predictions that I'd like to make about what the story involves, because the trailers are a little vague about exactly what it is that's going on, aside from the fact that Sam enters the digital world and attempts to find his father and bring him out again because he's been trapped there for about 25 years or so, which is about the time that has passed since the last movie came out, coincidentally enough. Jeff Bridges played a computer programmer in the original named Kevin Flynn, who was seeking information from a company called Encom. And they dramatize the search for information by showing a digital version of him. Not really digital strictly per se. It was Jeff Bridges in a costume, in a Tron costume, playing a character named Clue. Clue is the computer program that the programmer character, Flynn, wrote and is using to try and find information on software that was stolen from him. But they dramatize this by having Jeff Bridges in a suit with glowing lights all over it, riding around in a tank searching like physical areas which are supposed to be computer memory. Now, of course, in the course of the story, the original story, he is trapped by the master control program that runs the whole operation. In the digital world, it uses a laser to digitize him and reconstruct him inside the digital world, so he's walking around in a light suit, talking to other programs like they were people. Now, I don't think I need to point out that this is completely ridiculous premise, but if you can accept it, then hopefully it will be a fun movie. What he does is he teams up with another program called Tron. Tron is a program that is the creation of a guy named Alan Bradley, who is a friend of Flynn. And so the human Flynn in digital form and the computer program Tron team up to take down the master control program in the original movie. Now, this movie, of course, like the original, is called Tron. The word Tron is in the title, I'm sure largely due to brand recognition. But I'm wondering, since they got Jeff Bridges to reprise his original character, and they created a digital version of him for the character of Clue, I think it's reasonable to assume that perhaps they might also do the same thing with Bruce Boxlightner. Since they got him to reprise his human character, they will also create a digital character of him, or have created a digital character of him, in order to put Tron back on the game plan. You know, although that sounds kind of expensive, but it might be, you know, something that, something that could be doable if he's only around for like the climax or whatever. I don't know. Tron, of course, is a brand now. You know, there's probably a comic book series, and of course there's a video game, and it's not just a film anymore. So they want to keep calling it Tron, but it seems a little silly to call it Tron and not actually have the character of Tron in it. So I'm guessing that Tron might make a special guest appearance. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is Clue himself is now the villain in this movie. He was, of course, doing the bidding of Flynn in the original movie, and he was like his agent, his 007 in the computer world. But Clue now apparently has become rather power hungry, and he wants, you know, power and control or what have you. And I'm guessing that the Michael Sheen character in the new movie, Michael Sheen was in Frost Nixon and the Queen. He played Tony Blair in the Queen, and he, as far as I know, is the guy who's sort of running the underworld, as it were, in the computer realm. And Clue might be interested in grabbing all that power for himself. I don't really know what his plan is. I'm not sure. But what appears to be the case is that Clue thinks that Sam, Jeff Bridges' son, is an important part of his plan to gain control, which makes me wonder about this whole connection between him and the Bruce Boxlightner character, the human Bruce Boxlightner character, Bradley. In the trailer, Bradley tells his son, Sam, not his son, Flynn's son, Sam, that he received a message from his dad's old office, a line that's been disconnected for a long time, and he gives him the keys and encourages him to kind of go down there and check it out. Now, I was wondering, why is it that Bradley would do that? why would he just hand the keys to this young guy who he's apparently been looking after for a long time? I mean, since Sam's father's been missing for so long, Bradley seems to be kind of like an uncle or a godfather, or just basically an adult who's been, keeping an eye on him all these years that his father's been gone. So I'm guessing that because Clue knows who Sam is when he first gets down there and says that he's not his father, but that he has been very much looking forward to meeting him, as you can see in the recent trailer, that Clue found some way to trick or perhaps blackmail Bradley into telling Sam that he'd received this message and they should go down there to his father's office to check it out, so that Sam will then be sucked into the game world so that Clue can meet him and use him for some purpose. Which means that Bradley, who's been looking after Sam for all this time, is now serving self-interest, and his self-preservation is come into play here, and he feels like he has to betray Sam's trust in order to survive or whatever. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it just kind of seemed like that was the case. Like Bradley was sort of forced into working for Clue, who is in fact just a computer program. Presumably he knows all about what happened with Flynn at this point, that Flynn, between the two movies, told him what took place, but he was kind of vague about it. I don't really know. Anyway, those are some ideas that I had. Oh, and one other thing, I believe that the Olivia Wilde character is a computer program, as is every other character in the digital world except for Sam and his father. Every other character in that environment is a computer program of some kind. There are no other humans in there, just computers. And of course, light cycles and recognizers are just amazing. I love those ships. I love them in the first movie. They look really awesome now. So anyway, that's what I think is in store for us, and I'm very excited to see that, of course. And one more thing, I just want to remind everyone that I have about 20 slots left in my contest. I want to have one entry for each one of these deck of cards in this pack right here, so I need a total of 53. So please go to the link below and post a text comment entering the contest, and from there I will use the cards to pick 5 finalists. Thanks very much, and talk to you again soon. Bye.